We cannot stress enough the importance of a balanced approach to practicing trumpet. Warming up, practicing fundamentals, and listening are all crucial to our development as players. The practicing of etudes and solos are equally important.
In this section, we will discuss some techniques to assist you in learning music quickly and efficiently, and show you how to apply these techniques to the preparation of pieces for auditions and performances.
Before we examine some specific techniques, we strongly recommend you consult a private teacher. He or she will help you find material that is appropriate for your current level. Giving yourself a realistic challenge is the best way to improvement.
The number one goal of practicing etudes and solos is simply to make music. Use your imagination, have fun, and experiment. We practice fundamentals to build and sharpen our skills. Etudes and solos give us the opportunity to use these skills in creative ways. Too many trumpet players ignore this important step.
Now we're going to look at some excerpts from actual etudes. When looking at a piece for the first time, it can be overwhelming and you may not know where to begin. Breaking the etude into smaller units helps. Start by making some general observations and asking yourself some questions. What's the form? What's the key? Are there dynamic contrasts? By asking some of these questions, you can obtain a wide-angle view of the piece and come up with a strategy for learning it.
Let's look at Etude number 6 by Brandt. It comes from his book Orchestral Etudes. The title alone provides us with some information as to what style we will be playing. Our goal should be a full, rich sound with great direction in our phrasing.
The etude tells us to play at a waltz tempo, which means that we should be thinking in one throughout with our primary emphasis on beats 1 and 3. The first way we are going to practice the etude is by playing only the eighth notes on beats 1 and 3. To further simplify, we will play all the notes above the staff down the octave so we can clearly hear the melodic line.
This time, we will play the same pattern, only we will play the first eighth note as a half note. This will give us a sense of the flowing melodic line, which we will need to keep in mind when we go back to all the intervals in the original. As we now look at the original phrase, keep in mind the fluidity of the lyrical pattern. The airstream should retain this loose, flexible character. At this point, we will play the first phrase as written, slowly. The next two patterns we will demonstrate use the exact pitches of the original, but this time we're going to manipulate the rhythm by playing all dotted eighth sixteenths and then 16th dotted eighths.
By changing the phrases, we teach the body to learn passages different ways. This is particularly valuable when learning a technically difficult piece. By starting from a smooth lyrical foundation, we help ensure that the finished product retains this quality.
When practicing, integrate working on small sections interspersed with run-throughs of the entire piece. Working on individual difficulties will allow you to solve technical problems, while playing through will help you develop endurance and a sense of the musical continuity.
Let's look at a few more practice patterns using an etude from the well-known Charlier etudes. Etude number 4 starts out in a smooth, lyrical fashion. Charlier's etudes are among the best to develop musicality and a sense of style. While this opening may not appear difficult, it should be our goal to sound as effortless and elegant as possible. Instead of ingraining a muscular approach to the high G, we can start by transposing this phrase lower, learning it in a register that is completely effortless. If you don't have experience transposing, a good learning tool would be to write out the phrase on staff paper. Just the process of writing by itself will provide you with another way of learning. Listen as I demonstrate the phrase in sequentially higher keys until I reach the original.
Many well-known teachers have advocated practicing in different keys. While this may be challenging at first, start by playing simple melodies one step higher and one step lower. It's a great tool for ear training as it teaches you to really hear each interval.
We hope some of these ideas will be helpful to you as you prepare a piece of music. The more ways you can learn something and the more you challenge yourself, the faster you will improve. Make up your own patterns and use your imagination. By investing your personality and creativity in your preparation, you will bring that enthusiasm and excitement to your performance.